I will tell you where Purusha suktam is invoked in our Puranas. I'll give you 3-4 instances. First instance, in Vishnu Purana, Dhruva Maharaja, the son of, very good, Uttanapada's son. Uttanapada was the brother of, he had one more brother. Can anybody say? Who said that? Priyavrata. Very good. Priyavrata and Uttanapada. They had 3 sisters. Sir, they had 3 sisters. Now guess. 3 sisters. One was the mother of Kapila. Very good. Devahuti, Akuti, Prasuti. That is why when you see, the right way of understanding Vedas is, you have to listen and read Ramayanam, Bhagavatam, Bharatam multiple times. After that, when you read Vedas, it is like a cakewalk. So, now let's understand Dhruva. Dhruva was admonished by his stepmother called Suruchyam. So, with the guidance of Narada Maharishi, by reciting Dvadashakshari Vasudeva Mahamantram, the Lord appears on Garuda. Then the Lord suspends his Panchajanya in the air and then touches the boy's cheeks. The boy who has been choked with emotions now starts speaking. The first shloka he says is very important for Purusha suktam. I'll tell you what shloka he said. Sahasra Shirishaf Purushaha Sahasrakshas Sahasrapat Sarvavyapi Bhuvasparshat Atyatishtat Dashangulam Yadbhutam Yachavai Bhavyam Purushottama Tadbhavan Tvatto Virat Swarat Samrat Tvachapya Adhipurushaha. This is a shlokam. How did this sound? Not good, sir. How did this sound? It sounded like Purusha suktam itself. But this is Vishnu Purana shlokam. Why? Because there were restrictions in the recitation to Vedic passages by certain people and not certain people. Our rishis were so benevolent that they converted all the mantras into shlokas so that all of them can recite. So this is a mantra converted shloka passage from Vishnu Puranam. If you read Dhruvastruti of Vishnu Puranam, everyone can read. It is equivalent to reciting Purusha suktam. 1. Let's go to Bhagavatam. There is one instance in Dashamaskandam of Srimad Bhagavatam where Bhuma Devi goes in the form of a cow. Gaur Bhutva Ashrumukhi Kinna. She goes and starts shedding tears before the Lord, stating that there are a lot of people troubling me on earth. They don't want my children to burst crackers, but they will burn many farms. She was telling that day. So, all these worries, whatever she had, she goes and spells that out to the Lord. But for the Lord to appear, Brahma was thinking, what will make him appear? That is when Bhagavatam states, Tatra gatva jagannatham devadevam vrishakapim purusham Purusha suktena upatasthe samahitaha. Brahma recited Purusha suktam for the Lord to appear. So we have the instance of Purusha suktam in Vishnu Puranam. We have it in Bhagavata Puranam. We have in Shanti Parva of Sri Mahabharatam, so on and so forth. So Purusha suktam is so important. Now let's go to the first mantra. If you have your mobile, you can even check that mantra. You can take notes if you have got a stylus. The first mantra is Sahasra Shirishaf Purushaha Sahasrakshas Sahasrapat Sabhumim Vishwato Vritva Atyatishtat Dashangulam. This is the first mantra. Now let's understand the first word. Sahasra Shirisha. Shiras means what? Head. Sahasra means 1,000 heads. So there is one particular creature, somebody. 1,000 heads he has got. Sahasra Shirishaf Purushaha. That Purusha has 1,000 heads. What does head mean here? First we have to, because in English we can use head in different ways, right? He is the head of our clan. That means what will you do? You will put all the clan members and put him at the top, is it? Head means leader, right? What does pati mean? Husband, sir. Your wife should have come, then she would have scolded you. Pati means husband. No. Pati means the one who does yagam is called pati. So technically, if you go out, in the cause of being more Vedic and Indic, don't introduce your husband as pati. I'll tell you why. Only if that person performs yagam, he can be called pati. Sir, fire can come from anywhere? No. Uh, he uses, no, he has to perform the traditional yagam, then only he's called pati. Sir, then can the lady call herself patni? No. When the first word itself is absent, see, we used to get in thermodynamics in my engineering days, we used to have two questions. Only two questions, entire question paper, 3 hours. First question, 50 marks. Second question, 50 marks. But the interesting part was, whatever was the answer for the first question is the input for the second question. Now, you will have only 3 instances here. Either you can get 0, 50 or 100. This 75.5 and all can't come. You cannot go and tell that my second answer is right. I've solved it the right way. But the input is wrong. Similarly, when he is not the pati, how can the lady be patni? Because the one who supports the pati while he is performing the yagam is called patni. That is why our rishis knew our scenario. So they came up with multiple words for the husband. So pati is not the only word. For example, patni is not the only word. Kalatram, bharya. There are various words. So the point that I am trying to make is pati shabdam can denote various things. One meaning is leader. Pashunam pati, pashupatihi. So Shiva is called Pashupati. You go to the temple in Kathmandu, it is called Pashupati Nath. Pashunam patihi, the one who is the leader. It can also come in the meaning of a husband as long as the husband is doing yagam. Now, Sahasra Shirisha. Shiras means head. Sahasra means 1000. Now you have to first of all imagine one person with 1000 heads. Okay. Here the problem will not come. I'll tell you where the problem will come. First we'll go to Sahasra Shirisha. Sahasra Shirobhir Yuktaha. First meaning is the person is having 1000 heads. Second meaning, Sahasra Shabdasya Upalakshanatvam. You don't mind me reading the Sanskritam passage, right? Because I can't keep on going with English words itself. I'm using English as just a pickle. Main ingredient is Sanskritam here. Sahasra Shabdasya Upalakshanatvam Anantaihi Shirobhihi Yukta Ityartaha. It is an Upalakshanam. Upalakshanam means you go, imagine you've been taken to a mango farm. Have you heard of a variety called Imam Pasand? It is very famous in Srirangam. There is one place called Tatachari Gardens. Huge place. You will have, when you look at that mango itself, your HbA1c will be 8.9. You don't even have to eat. Looking at it, mere look. Parvai undre podume. So, you are getting into that farm. You have thousands and thousands of mangoes. I'm just using the word 1000. So you come back home and somebody asks, did you visit that mango farm? Yes. How many mangoes? Many. Many means many. Many means thousands. That time, that 1000 doesn't mean an exact number. It is an upalakshanam stating there are many. So the commentator says, don't take the meaning of the word Sahasra as exact 1000, 1000, even if there's an extra head, no, he is not Purusha. Because we are all used to giving gift in the form of 1001, 51. Even if someone says 1001 heads, no, there should be only 1000. It is not indicative of the number. It indicates there are many heads. Sahasra Shabdasya Upalakshanatvat Anantaihi Shirobihi Yukta Ityartaha. Second meaning. Third, Sahasra Shabdo Bahuvachi Bahutvavachi Sankhyayavachakatve Sahasraksha iti virodaha syat Netra Sahasradvayena cha bhavyam tata Sahasram Asankhyaani Shirshani Shiramsi Yasya Saha. What a beautiful commentary. He says, if you take 1000 as an exact number, then how many heads? 1000 heads. Then how many eyes should be there? 2,000 eyes. But here he says only Sahasrakshaha. Then the eye will be like this. Correct? So the commentator says, if you use 1,000 as a number, then it will hit your imagination when the Vedam says there are only 1,000 eyes.
Dear Astika reader, I'm happy to be authoring a 2-part book on the Ramayana in English. The first part is slated for release in the year 2024. The book aims to recreate and retell the Ramayana of Valmiki, conforming to the ancient commentaries and other allied literature. To receive notifications of the book release, kindly register with www.deshikadaya.org/books. Namaskaram.
Namaskaram Astikas. I'm tentatively scheduled to travel to Abu Dhabi and Dubai in the mid-February, to 7 cities in the countries of Australia and New Zealand, namely Adelaide, Perth, Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, Auckland and Wellington, between the 25th of February and the 25th of March. I'm scheduled to travel to Singapore either in the month of April or January, and later I'll be rendering discourses in New Jersey, Boston, Maryland, Pittsburgh, and then in St. Louis and Indianapolis in the month of July. I'm sure you would love to share this message with your friends and relatives.